Hey guys, so I just wanted to give an update on my spec so far and how I've been doing with it. So firstly, let's just start with the gear. I'm 71 item level now, you can see here. And the gear set is still the same using full might. It's just the difference is that they're now mythic raid stuff and extended raid stuff. So that's nice to have. And then we look at the talents. The three important ones that I rolled are probably Overheated Strikes, Build Up Thirst, and Draconic Slam. Right, so Build Up Thirst is just free 25% damage because I have 5 common points always from Titanic's Fury. And then Overheated Strike is just passive damage, then 4% more damage. I'm overall damage, I think. And then Draconic Slam is probably the most important one that I wrote here. You'll see why later, because I wrote Execute, right? So Execute works really well with Draconic Slam and Bloodthirst. And this allowed me to change my rotation to make it more of a one button rotation. So if we look at my macro, so my macro is now Bloodthirst, Slam, Rage and Blow, 8-foot Strike, Execute, and Slam again. And this works because Draconic Slam. So what Draconic Slam does is that whenever you use Bloodthirst or Execute, your next slam is instant cast. So you see here Bloodthirst, instant cast slam, your instant cast slam, Raging Blows, 8-foot Strikes, and Execute for another instant cast slam. So this part here is kind of iffy, right? So when you get to Execute, because it's not like a guaranteed proc, so I'm just hoping that we're using these abilities by the time you use Execute, it procs, and you know, it does work kind of. Sometimes it doesn't proc, but then I have other abilities to use anyways, and just hopes that it procs Execute. So here's a clip of me testing my DPS again with my new talents and abilities. One thing I forgot to mention is that I also wrote Potion Toss, which is really nice, and the reason for this is because Potion Toss allows us to stack combo points out of combat, and this is really helpful because it lets me stack up to 5 combo points ahead of time before pulling the boss, and in this way I can just use Titanic Strike and instantly get the 20% damage buff without wasting time in combat, right? So that's really nice to have. So yeah, the rotation is way more simple now with my new macro. As you can see, the Execute procs are pretty reliable, especially since I only have 2 out of 3 points in sudden death. But regardless, Execute procs almost every time before the macro reaches it, and it just works perfectly. So the DPS I'm doing now is about 18k on the dummy, which is nice, right? But yeah guys, this was just a short video to update you guys on my spec so far, and thanks for watching.